Alright, hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to discuss the major snow drought that we are in western New York. And I'll explain why we're in the snow drought and what we can expect for the coming weeks. First, we can go to the discussion for the La Nina. So, if you want snow, generally you need a weak El Nino, a neutral, or a weak La Nina. Strong La Nina, which is 1+, will create conditions for a more warmer and drier pattern. So this is what we've been in so far. You see September, October, November 1.2. That's a pretty strong La Nina. Excuse me. You can see here, latest forecast here has us strengthening slightly into January. That is bad. That is bad for snow lovers. We do not want that. We want this line to go up. But unfortunately, looks like it's going to strengthen a little bit before it rebounds. Then by February, it could be about where it is now. Maybe a little stronger, but that is not good news for us. So let's look at what the telecasters are saying for January. Look at the NAO. The NAO, the AO, and the ENSO are the three biggest ones. So the NAO is forecasted to go strongly negative, about 1.5 by mid-January possibly. A couple of models near neutral, but bulk of them are around 1.5, negative 1.5, negative 1, negative 1.5. So that encourages colder than average temperatures because you have a Greenland block, and this forces the jet stream down. Now let's look at the AO, the Arctic Oscillation. This is the pool. This is mostly referred to as the polar vortex, pool of cold air in Canada. You could see that a negative will force the polar vortex air to come down and lots of snow for us. A positive will have more flat jet stream and isolate the colder air in Canada. So as you can see, the AO is far negative right now, very far negative, almost record. Right now it's about a -3. It's forecasted to be around a -4, possibly even a -5, which is majorly below average. That would strongly encourage cold air to dive down well deep into the United States and have big storm systems for us. Those teleconnections are saying cold, but the ENSO is saying warm. So a little bit more certainty. Look at the models a little bit. Let's go back. Just take this all with a grain of salt. As you can see, a storm system exiting right there. There's another storm system that goes well to our northwest. Storm systems that go to the northwest 99% of the time give us rain. And then you can see another storm system, a lot of ice, a lot of pink, which is ice. That also goes to our northwest. That's another rain system around the first of the year. You can see this other system that maybe goes off the coast. Then after that, loading. You see another storm system here, kind of just spins, and then another one goes to the northwest. And then a storm system way far out that looks like this is heavy snow right here. But that needs to be taken with a huge grain of salt. Now let's see if the other models agree with that northwest storm track for all the storms. Let's go back to overview here. First storm exiting went to the northwest. Second one, northwest. Third one also goes to the northwest, which will give us rain. There's the system that slides off the coast right there. Then after that, see more of a neutral pattern, the Canadian says, with rain far north in this warm push. That means warm air is trying to make it work its way in. That's what the Canadian says. Let's go to the European. It's the midnight run. This is the past here. Storm system exiting. Right there. Exiting. Then you got a high pressure that's working in today and tomorrow. And the next day. Then you got another system. Northwest. The one off the coast. Oh, that's all this model goes to. But this one looks like it wants to go northwest too. because of the ridging right here. You see this like hump kind of thing. It's a ridging, and this high pressure will also scoot this one to the northwest, depending on the strength of the high pressure. One more model we could look at is the GMA. Goes up to 192, not super far, but as you can see, this system is to the northwest. System before that is to the northwest. And this system we just got. But you can see the trend is northwest, which should give us rain and warm conditions. Now, one more thing I want to look at is the current ocean analysis. 7-day change. As you can see, near the Enzo region, big pool of cool air. Or not cool air, I'm sorry, cool water. Cooling a degree. Got a little warmth there, but mainly slight cooling taking place in this area. This is the La Nina and the El Nino, or the Enzo area. That is not good. This is the difference from the global average. Big pool of cool. That is our La Nina right there. That is our La Nina. So, those are my thoughts about January. I'm not sure about the second half of January. I can give you a quick look from some of the models to see. But I will warn you that I have found these models, the long-range models, to be very biased towards warm air. Unless you're week 1 or week 2, then it starts to see the cold air, but that's about it. So big warm up here this week. Then you got more warm air next week, 25th to the 28th, which is now. Or no, I'm sorry, 4th to the 11th, just beginning of January, like I said. And then, oh, this is new. I didn't see this before. It's suggesting a cooler pool of slightly below average or near average temperatures for the 11th through the 18th. Okay, that's interesting. I'll have to keep my eye on that. And then another near average, possibly slightly below average cool pool. And then another one after that. So that's showing that far out is very significant. So that tells me that we could see a flip of the temperatures from the first to the second week. Could be warm, to the third and the fourth week could be cool. So we'll have to see and we'll have to wait and see what happens. But as of right now, I'm thinking the first 10 days of January will be slightly to moderately above average and limited snow and mostly rain events because of that northwest storm track, like so. But the last 20 days of January, we'll have to watch that, see if that cold air comes in. But as of right now, we are far below average for snowfall. Let's take a look right here. As you can see, first half of the year right here, we are in number 8 spot. Actually, let's go over here. We are in the 8th spot for the least snowiest. The 8th least snowiest start of the year since 1940. So we are tied with 1943. We've only gotten 10.3 inches as of my measurements, which is 64.6% below average. So we really need that cold air in January, late January, to get the snowfall back to average around here. But I think that is certainly possible. Not likely, but I think it is certainly possible. And teleconnections are showing it. I just think they might be a little early with that, because I do think the first 10 days of January will be below average or above average. But otherwise, stay tuned for my January forecast. And I will see you in a minute. Alright guys, here's what I'm thinking for January overall. I'm very torn because, like I said in the video, the last 20 days of January could be cold. So I'm very torn between temperatures and snowfall, but here's what I'm thinking in a nutshell. Take this all with a grain of salt because, as you remember, last month I predicted above average snowfall and above average temperature, I think below average temperatures, and we had the complete opposite. We had far below average snowfall and slightly above average temperatures, I think. But here's what I'm thinking for January. Here you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but I'm thinking slightly below average Snowfall to slightly above average snowfall. Ooh, why did I circle February? Oh no, that's January. I'm sorry. So anywhere from 26 to 31 inches. However, if this cold air fails to form, I think we will see significantly less than that, near 20 inches or possibly even 15. But going off of the models and what I'm seeing right now, that's what I'm thinking. If we do see a blockbuster storm of 18 to 24 inches, we could be well above this too. So this is definitely not set in stone. I'm not very confident about this forecast. I give myself about a 30% chance of even falling in this range. But if I were to pick whether we're going to be above or below, I would have to above or below this range. I would have to say, I would have to say above, and I would say above because a lot of the La Niñas like this year that started out bad had a average to above average finish. So January, February, and March. So I'm gonna have to say above this line, but not by much because I'm 31 inches, and to be above that, you'd have to get a lot of snow. So I think there's about a 50-50 shot of being above this margin or below this margin, to be honest. Here's temperatures. I'm thinking slightly below average to possibly slightly above average here. So I think a degree below average to a degree above average is not out of the question. I think for the first 10 days of January we'll be about 5-10 degrees above average. But then after that, I think we could be around 5-10 degrees below average, maybe. The further you go in January, I think the cooler it could get. So I think that's it in a nutshell. There's my January forecast. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. And thank you, everyone. Stay tuned for my next video, and have a weather-tastic day.